What was the best thing about middle school now that you are
Um,
pretty much done with it?
I would say this year was probably the best year, and the best thing about this year was probably that I made it on the dance team
Yeah.
because I've tried out for it since I was in 6th grade, but the day that we had the auditions on 6th grade, I couldn't make it because I had something for dance that day that was mandatory for a competition.
Hmm.
And so actually like auditioning in 7th grade and making it in for 8th grade was probably the best thing that happened in middle school.
I got two questions for you, Caden.
Hmm.
You ready?
Yeah.
What do you thank God for?
Um, I guess like giving me such a passion or such a like oh like I don't know how to explain it. Like giving me a passion for dance because I feel like without dance I would be like completely different. Like I would be completely different because with dance I don't really get to hang out with friends, but then like I kind of like dance a lot more because I get to dance with other people, and so it's kind of like filling in what I didn't get, but I like dancing. I thank him for giving me dance, like a passion for dance.
What do you ask God for?
Um, I don't know. Um, I guess like for all of the chaos and stuff, I guess for right now, like I've been praying a lot recently because there's a lot of chaos right now. And it's not even like just a coronavirus. I feel like it's gotten everybody like shooken up kind of.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of stuff happening. So I just pray that I've been praying and hoping that everything just gets cleared up.
It takes a situation like this to just rock the boat enough to where everybody's just unstable
Yeah.
in some way or another, and we can all walk around like we have it all together, but come on, this is some unstable stuff here, isn't it? Realistically.
Yeah.
So it's good that we ask God for some peace in this chaos. You're right. Very good.
Yeah.
Now I gotta ask you a question because this was I don't know who posted this, but I saw it on social media. It was like a TikTok video of you eating dirt like a million times for 20 seconds. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. My mom posted that on Facebook because it was like a trend on TikTok to like post like videos you doing like dumb stuff, like just like compile a bunch of videos, and I did it. And
That was a lot of hilarious moments, man. Oh my gosh. I was like, that was my expression the whole time I was watching it. It was like, oh, oh, because there were so many times that you could have walked away easily with broken limbs, you know?
yeah, I just do stuff like that all the time just to make people laugh. Like I never really get hurt. Only time I actually got hurt and it left something was when I like branded myself on my stomach.
You branded yourself.
Yeah, I still have a scar on my stomach from it.
Okay, now there's obviously a story with that. What is the story of you branding your stomach?
It was actually at Quentin's birthday party I did it.
Really?
Yes. His girlfriend, I'm pretty sure you met her before, Carly.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were like hanging out by the fire and everybody else was doing something else. And I was like, what if I just do this? And she like started egging me on to do it, and I just ended up doing it for her. And like a bunch of people saw me do it. Yeah, the scar's still there. It's pretty bad.
Okay, man, that is awesome. More power to you for taking on the I guess the dare.
Yeah, I
But
guess so.
that's pretty challenging right there.
It hurt a lot worse than I expected it to.
Now that you've branded yourself and you know the pain and excruciating just symptom of being burned like that, are you gonna get a tattoo?
Yes, 100%. I'm gonna get a tattoo.
Your
I've
mom
wanted one for so long.
Well, I can tell you what, if you can take the pain of branding yourself,
Mhm.
you're gonna be just fine getting a tattoo. You got no worries.
Yeah, It really wasn't that bad. It just like shocked me for a second because I only like left it on for a split second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, did you put any like ice or cold water on it afterwards?
I don't remember. All I remember is that stuff from like the marshmallows because we were roasting marshmallows earlier on the stick that I used.
Uh-huh.
It like got all over it, so it looked a lot worse than it actually was at first. So I remember just wiping that off. But besides that, the only thing I remember doing is putting on burn cream.
Okay. Because the reason
Yeah.
I asked is I know people that actually brand themselves because they want to brand themselves. Like I know there's a lot of fraternities that do that and stuff like that.
Ooh,
They tell you not to put like cold water or ice on it afterwards, so the scar will, I guess, have the detail in it or whatever.
Oh yeah, I didn't care about the scar. I just did it for a second.
Never have I ever blown my nose and looked at what came out.
I mean, probably.
Come on, you haven't. We all done it.
I haven't been like staring at it like it's like a piece of art, but I've like looked at it, so yeah. I don't know.
But you know people that have.
I
They're
mean,
like, "Ooh, look
I'm
at
sure.
this."
I'm sure. I haven't asked them.
Out of my
but I'm
nose.
sure they have. Yeah.
David, man, let me ask you something. And you know what? I always tell people when I ask them this is no pressure whatsoever. And you don't even have to give me an answer. You can say, I just don't know. And you know what? I have all the respect in the world for that. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years. How old will I be? 26?
Yeah.
Trying to think. I don't have a giant plan for like what I want to do. Because every time someone asks me that, I know my career path has to have math in it, and that's all I know. So probably, depending on what I choose, I might be finishing a master's by that time, I think.
You want to go that far, huh?
Well, I don't know. Just if I choose something that needs that, I guess.
Sure.
Or, I don't know. I would probably end up married by then. I hope. I don't know. I haven't really thought a ton about it, but I don't know. Hopefully not doing terrible.
And like I said, that's okay because I have the utmost respect, if not more respect sometimes for people that sit there at your age and at your point in your road and I don't know yet. I have no clue yet. And that is really okay because, some people, they get 10 years down the road and guess what? They end up doing something else altogether. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I know a lot of people that go into college and they're like, I want to be an engineer. And then they end up switching their major like 3 times and then it's still fine. So
Absolutely. Now in your house, you kind of have a divided house because, your mom's Roll Tide and your dad's complete Tennessee Volunteers, right?
Yeah.
Is that any persuasion on you? I mean, you mentioned earlier you would never go to Auburn, but let's just hypothetically say Auburn says, dude, we have a scholarship program that you cannot deny.
I think if somehow, like Auburn's a D1 school, so and not a bad one. So if they were the only school that was like, we have a good scholarship for you, I'm sure I would because they've got a good engineering school too, and that's kind of what I'm into. So I'm sure I would. But I know since I play kicker, I'd be like partially hoping Auburn does bad because that helps me and Alabama. Like if Auburn does bad, then I get to do more kicks and Alabama might win. So yeah.
I let stuff roll off my shoulder and don't really think too much about them. Yeah.
So what is a awesome day for you? What does that look like?
If an awesome day. I would say everybody just being happy and, everybody just, saying, this is a good day, this is a good day, this is a good day. And there's no like worry in the world, you don't have to worry about school or like the pandemic or anything like that. And, just being happy.
You mentioned how you're kind of living right now and how you're being brought up. I gotta say too, your family are awesome. They're just absolutely
Thank
awesome.
you.
I love them, and I think they are
Yeah.
just so like. Again, they just kind of slid in, and I feel like they've been
Yeah.
at our church for years. They're just so they just fit
Yeah.
so well.
Yeah.
But you kind of brought that up a little bit, and I want to
Mhm.
touch on that just for a minute because I want you to. You seem like a very like you have things going on so well for yourself. You're very grounded. You're very in touch with your responsibility as a student, as a Christian, a disciple of Jesus, and there's just so
Mhm.
many things that just are packed into you that are just so positive. And some might say that, a situation like that would kind of garner some dysfunction or something like that.
Yeah.
But you've kind of turned that completely around. How and what motivates you to kind of take the positives from this whole thing?
I think it's my family that kind of, my family will be like, they'll get really stressed with work and stuff like that. And I'm just like, if we bring more positivity into the world, this will be happier and, we'll get through it okay. But I just think, like, this is my opinion, that God will, like, this will make a difference. Maybe it'll lead more Christians to the church, or, people start going to church. And I just believe that God will change it, and that we'll have a better future for this. And when we're out of this and we look forward to seeing everybody at the church, um, it's going to be like a happy day that there's going to be new people coming in. And I just kind of look forward to that and just believing in Jesus and stuff like that.
Well, I want to move to Italy when I'm
Why
done with
Italy?
school.
Why Italy?
It's so beautiful.
No other reason? The history, the
No,
culture?
it's just so beautiful.
Okay. I have no qualms with that, man. That's awesome. That's awesome.
I would like to get a pet pig.
A pet pig.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm fair game. Why?
I don't know. They're just so cute. But like one of those little teacup ones that don't grow into the heat. I mean, I would be fine with the big pig, but the little ones are so cute.
Are you a fan of bacon?
Oh, I don't eat meat.
Okay.
I gave up meat last year.
I didn't know that. That's good for you.
Thank you.
How's it going with that?
It's good.
Yeah. Do you miss it at all?
No.
Like you walk by a restaurant or something like that, or you smell somebody else cooking, like you just.
No, I don't miss it. There's other options that I'm totally fine with.
Well, I want to get back to this because I'm curious. I'm curious because I've been thinking about doing it myself. I've been thinking about taking the plunge.
Totally should if it's what you think that you can do.
But there's questions I got to ask you. First of all right, you want to go to Italy. That's where you physically like to be. Where would you mentally like to be?
I would mentally want to be obviously closer with God. I don't know. Just a lot more. This whole experience has helped me learn more, but I would still like to grow more, and I have a lot to grow on. So I like to see myself face other challenges that I can overcome.
What do you? I mean, it doesn't matter if you say I have no idea. Believe me, because I have all the respect in the world for people who say I have no idea. But as being like where you are now, what do you think you want to do with yourself, like profession wise?
Oh, I don't know.
See, if you say I don't know, that's fine. I'm good with that.
One of the things that I was looking into is becoming like a social worker.
Really?
Those people are really cool.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. That's just something that spiked my interest.
And the work is very rewarding too, I think.
Be able to help others.
You do a really good job with kids. I mean, I saw
thank you.
Kids last summer, and
I love kids.
That was phenomenal. And I hope we get the same sort of deal this year where we can work with kids again because
Yes.
they just love you so much.
I love them.
I feel like last mission trip, I learned more about God, and like got a lot closer with him. And this mission trip, I feel like I just want to learn more about him and meet new people that like have their own stories, you know, and just like, yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. That was kind of one of the things that usually on a mission trip you get to do is you get to dive in a little more into a person's, you know, who they are, you know, and we were kind of like dealing with so many people that it was really hard to do that. But yeah, I get what you're saying. That would be interesting to just get to know people and where they come from and what they're all about a little bit more. Do you, what, like out of all the serving that we do, where is the one thing that you feel like your heart tends to go and liking to serve? Like we all have a passion for serving somewhere. One of my biggest passions is to serve for the Women's Resource Center. How about you?
I feel like with the children a lot, I feel like they're so young, and which I'm young too, but like they're so young and it's just like nice to like hang out with them. They make me happy. And I like to serve with them a lot. It's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're great with children. I'll tell you what.
Thank
And
you.
that's one of the things about our youth group is they're just so good with kids. I love it.
Yes.
If you could find yourself in any like challenging situation in serving, where would you think that would be? Like, I mean, some people say, well, I would one day want to go to Africa because that seems very challenging, or a third world country or whatever. What about you?
I feel like what you just said that sounds really challenging. I feel like it would be hard for me to do, but I feel like I could like push myself, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That would definitely be because there's so much places right now that are in especially with this coronavirus, everything that's going on, just helping out. Yeah, that would be definitely a little difficult.
What do you aspire to do after school? I mean, do you see yourself in some sort of profession or career right now?
I honestly don't know. Me and my mom were talking about that actually.
Yeah, and that's fine. That's I just
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had any kind of like, you know, pipe dreams right now or lazy day dreams or, you know.
Well, I kind of want to be a teacher, but I don't know yet. With like, I feel like that would be a lot of fun. I also, okay, there's like two different, I want to be a teacher, but then like I also saw this video. I probably won't do this. But like there's this fashion design school in Italy, and I was like, that'd be kind of cool to like go there, maybe on like a exchange trip or something, and just like experience all that. I thought that would be cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. And you know what? I can totally see you doing that too. You know, and you have that creative side to you that would totally just, I think, be such a benefit in design. That would be awesome. That would be so awesome. Whatever you do, whatever it may be, do you still see yourself wanting to do some sort of valued mission work or helping?
Definitely. I want to branch out more with mission work, not just in like this area, but I kind of want to go more into mission work in this area, but like also go more out and where you said like third world countries and like help everyone, which I think would be nice.